Welcome to AirGeorgia.org, the digital hub for Georgia's ambient air monitoring program. Whether you're a concerned citizen, a student, or a researcher, this site provides real-time transparency into Georgia's air quality. In this video, we will take a look at each section of the portal to show you exactly where to find the air quality information you need. This interactive map shows all of Georgia's air monitoring sites. When you hover over a site, a pop-up appears providing the specific site name, its real-time AQI value, and the pollutant that is currently driving the AQI value. You can also filter by region, pollutants, or sites. If you click a site, a new window pops up. This contains a site photo, the GPS coordinates, street address, other pollutants monitored at the site, along with a table showing the current AQI values at that site. You can also find local meteorological data if it is available at that site, such as barometric pressure and relative humidity. This is the raw data that feeds our public air quality forecasts. You will also find a link to the historical data concentrations at that particular site. Click the link shown above the table and you will be directed to graphs displaying the historical data concentrations of parameters measured at that site. The graphs show concentrations for each 24-hour period. To view previous 24-hour periods, open the drop-down menu and select a specific day to review concentrations on that particular date. At the top of the main page, you'll see the air quality forecast indicators. These provide an instant look at the predicted air quality index for Georgia's major metropolitan areas. The colors correspond to the EPA standard scale, green for good, yellow for moderate, and orange for unhealthy for sensitive groups. When you click a city, it takes you to a dedicated forecast dashboard. While we're looking at Atlanta, keep in mind that the layout is the same for Macon and Columbus. Each page displays a specific pollutant driving the forecast. You'll also find educational links explaining what those levels mean for your health and a small forecast result link to show how accurate our predictions have been throughout the year. In the Air Monitoring tab, the Georgia subtab provides an overview of the ambient air monitoring program. Here you'll learn that the EPD has been monitoring more than 200 pollutants across the state. If you click the map image on this page, it shows all monitoring locations across Georgia. This page also explains the rigorous quality assurance process where equipment undergoes constant calibration and audits to ensure the data you see is accurate. Here you will also find links to the AirNow website, information about how weather affects air quality, and links to air quality forecasts. Because air quality isn't confined by state borders, the Surrounding States subtab provides direct links to the monitoring agencies of our neighboring states. This is a vital resource for tracking weather patterns or smoke plumes across the region. The National Map subtab connects you to the EPA AirNow portal. This offers a big picture view, allowing you to compare Georgia's air quality to the rest of the country. Especially useful for seeing how large-scale events, like distant wildfires, might impact our local air. Next, let's explore the Pollutants tab. The Pollutants tab is an educational resource for the 6 criteria pollutants regulated under the Clean Air Act, along with air toxics pollutants. The Overview subtab breaks down the national ambient air quality standards, distinguishing between primary standards that protect public health and secondary standards that protect crops and property. For indoor air concerns, please visit epa.gov/indoor-air-quality-IAQ. Click any subtab to learn more about a specific pollutant. Each includes interactive pop-ups, how it affects us, and where does it come from, outline health risks and sources, while monitoring sites shows our equipment locations. Finally, what are the results explains how our local data compares to federal standards. The Ozone subtab covers the science of ground-level ozone. In the results pop-up, you'll find the design values map, which uses color-coded circles to show 3-year averages of peak ozone concentrations. This helps visualize which Georgia regions are meeting federal standards. The Particulate Matter subtab focuses on PM 2.5, tiny particles of fine dust, soot, and smoke. The results pop-up features long-term trends graphs that plot annual concentrations, demonstrating how Georgia's air quality has improved under stricter emission controls. The sulfur dioxide subtab results include both trend graphs and a heat map. This satellite-derived imagery provides a clear geographical view of the statewide SO2 concentrations from 2009 through 2024, visualizing trends across Georgia. The carbon monoxide subtab details this odorless gas often found in high-traffic urban areas. Comparative line charts in the results section visualize a significant reduction in CO emissions over time relative to the national standards. The lead subtab covers this heavy metal's historic decline in Georgia. Following a monitoring pause from 2021 through 2024, a new period began in 2025. Results will be updated here as the new site becomes fully operational. The nitrogen dioxide subtab highlights this highly reactive gas. The results pop-up features an annual average concentrations graph and a 3-year average graph. The air toxic subtab focuses on over 200 hazardous pollutants, like formaldehyde and benzene. The results pop-up features data from our South DeKalb and Near Road 285 sites, using annual graphs to help you visualize long-term trends and the effectiveness of industrial controls. The AQI Explain tab provides the framework for understanding air quality index ratings. This page defines the national 0 to 500 scale and outlines the specific health implications for each color-coded category. It includes a detailed chart that offers an activity recommendation for both the general public and sensitive groups, such as children or those with respiratory issues. You will also find an explanation of the critical pollutant concept, which describes how the single highest rated pollutant is used to calculate the overall AQI for a specific area. Under the Georgia's Air Quality tab, the Trends subtab provides direct access to long-term air quality analysis through external reporting. It features links to both Georgia's specific air quality trends and the EPA's national trends, allowing you to see how pollutant levels have decreased over time. The Violations subtab contains the exceedance of federal air quality standards table. Using the drop-down menu, you can switch between a high-level summary view or a detailed report of specific events by year. The Historical Data subtab provides access to past measurements for major pollutants like ozone and particulate matter. Here you can view or download daily PDF reports covering the current and previous month's hourly data for every monitoring site in the state. For information older than 6 months, the page directs you to the EPA's national database, while also providing a contact link to request specific Georgia datasets collected within the last half year that are not yet archived. The Wildfire subtab explains how smoke from active fires can significantly impact local air quality, specifically increasing particulate matter levels. This page serves as a resource hub, providing direct links to external tools like the Georgia's Forestry Commission's Public Viewer and the EPA's Fire and Smoke Map. You will also find historical context on how past wildfire events have affected Georgia's air to help you prepare for future fire seasons. In the Reports tab, the Annual Reports subtab contains comprehensive summaries of Georgia's air quality data from the most recent year and previous years. These reports evaluate whether the state met federal standards and include multi-year trend graphs for all major pollutants. For example, the 2024 annual report is presented as an interactive story map. This format provides scrollable maps and dynamic charts. It allows you to visualize data geographically and to get a better understanding of how we are improving air quality in the state. The Network Plan subtab provides the technical blueprint for Georgia's ambient air monitoring system. These documents detail exactly where the monitors are located, which pollutants they measure, and why those specific sites were chosen. It covers proposed network changes, equipment evaluations, and site-specific details to ensure the state remains in full compliance with federal EPA requirements. The 5-year Network Assessment subtab provides a deep dive evaluation of Georgia's monitoring strategy. Unlike the annual plans, this report takes a long-term look at whether the network still meets the state's needs. It uses data to determine if existing monitors should be moved to better capture pollution, if new technology should be adopted, and how well the network protects all of Georgia's citizens. You'll find technical rankings of every monitor's importance and a high-level vision for how Georgia's air monitoring could potentially evolve over the next few years. The Pollutant Exceedance Report subtab provides in-depth investigations into specific days when air quality didn't meet federal standards. Inside these reports, you'll find detailed scientific analysis, including meteorological data like wind speed and temperature, satellite imagery of smoke plumes, and modeling to determine exactly what caused the spike in pollution. This tab links directly to the Office of the State Climatologist, which is actually housed within the EPD's Air Protection Branch. Since weather and air quality are deeply linked, the state climatologist and their team provide the meteorological expertise needed for our daily air quality forecasts. Their website offers a wealth of additional data, including monthly climate summaries, drought monitoring, and specialized weather tools for agriculture and emergency management across Georgia. That concludes our tour of the AirGeorgia website. Whether you're a researcher looking for data or technical network plans, or a citizen checking the daily forecast, all this information is right at your fingertips. Remember, no matter how deep you dive into the subtabs, you can always return to the main landing page by simply clicking the Ambient Air Monitoring Program title at the top of any page. Stay informed, stay healthy, and thanks for watching.